All right, today, butt and core. Your warm up is just going to be some simple um, kicks and trying to touch your toe. Have flexion in that knee. This is super gentle. It's just kind of a dynamic warm up to wake up those hamstrings a little bit. So just simply kicking that leg out in front, waking it up, and seeing how it feels. Next, you're going to do just that ankle over knee. Keep these, we don't want them static. I don't want you holding them. So it's really just kind of like, again, feeling how our hips and our butt are feeling. Same thing with the long lunge. You'll see in the video I use a block or a chair to help with my balance. And again, just kind of moving up and down, warming up those hips and butts. Glute bridge is easy, side lunge easy, step ups. I used a chair, which was a little bit high for me, actually. It was kind of challenging, which is good. A step, like your step to a hallway or step outside, would be really good too. Yeah. And then the core exercises, dead bug. I showed you a couple variations. You can just march, or you can do. This is kind of a brain workout because you're doing opposition on your back, which I always have to like think really, really hard. But it's a good one. On this one, I like to inhale to open and exhale to close, but I will talk through that in the cueing. Shoulder taps is in a plank position. So you can be in a push-up position. You could be on that chair like I was, or you can also be on a wall. It's totally fine. Breathing throughout. And side planks. I showed you some great variations as well. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, here we go. We're just going to do some quick warm up here. Just lifting that foot up, flexing your toe, and just trying to touch it, just warming up those hamstrings and those hips a little bit. We're going to do 10 on each side. Keep that knee bent. This is just really to wake up those hamstrings and those hips and those butts. Don't worry too much about it. Okay, this isn't a big stretch, it's just dynamic. Get your blood flowing down to those body parts. Next, we're going to sit down and you are going to put that ankle over your knee and do that awesome butt stretch that feels so good in our hips and our butts. Remember, we're going to keep this dynamic. So you can do this sitting up or laying on your back. So kind of gently bringing that knee closer to you if that feels good in your body. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Just keep your butt moving a little bit. You can do circles, anything that feels good. And then we will switch sides here. I love this stretch so much. I could probably be in it all day long. Switch sides, same thing. Kind of gently just move that leg back and forth. You could do circles if you like. Just feel, and kind of just notice, is one hip butt feeling more tight than the other? Just kind of take notice of what your body feels like right now. Next, we're going to do a long lunge, or if you're a yoga person, everyone, warrior. So you're going to have your foot out in front of you, and you're going to curl your toes underneath behind you, and you're just going to lift up into that warrior position and just back down. We're kind of just going back and forth to warm up that hip flexor. If you can't reach the floor, that's totally fine. If you have a block, great. If you have a chair, that works really good too. Just going up, warming up that leg, warming up that hip flexor. And go on to the other side. I'm going to use the chair here. So just put your hand on the chair and the other hand on your knee and just go where your body feels good. Again, see if one side is tighter than the other, and just see how each one is feeling. Just go up and down, just taking note how everything is moving. Today is a butt and core day, so we want to kind of warm those things up good. Well, all right, on your back, glute bridge. So again, we're thinking about bringing our heels towards our butt without actually moving our foot. That's going to engage our hamstrings. We're going to do 10 here. Lifting our butt up and just putting it back down so that our whole back is on the floor. Lifting up, inhale at the bottom, exhale to rise. Inhale at the bottom, exhale to rise. Next is going to be a side lunge. We live very parallel life, so moving out to the side is going to be great for our hips and our butt. Try and keep that hip, knee, ankle stacked. Do the other side and push your butt back. Push your butt back. So exhaling to rise. Inhaling together. Exhale to rise. Inhale together. Exhale to rise. Inhale to lower. Exhale to rise. Inhale to lower. Exhale to rise. And other side. I'll do 1, 2, 3. Inhale to lower, exhale to rise. Remember, don't forget about breathing. You got this. 4 more. Maybe. If you're not there, that's fine. I'm not going to count because you got this. You can count. And you know if you hit a certain number and it hurts or it's too hard, do 2 more and move on. Okay? All right, step ups, like I said in the video at the beginning, you can use a chair, you can use a physical step, whatever you need to do. And if you want to pause the video to go to a step, that's perfectly fine. A chair was pretty tall. If you have a sturdy kid chair, that would work really well too. 5 on each side. So you're just lifting up and coming back down. Stepping up and coming back down. I would exhale this whole movement because then you're really engaging your core. Take your time. This is not going to be one I want you to rush through. Really take your time and control this movement. Use your core here. That's why I say exhale the whole time, because when you're exhaling, you're engaging your pelvic floor and core. All right, get a drink if you need one. I needed one. And we're going to go back to that glute bridge. I like to inhale at the bottom and exhale throughout the movement, but you are allowed to play with your breath how you want it. I just want you to keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. And when we hold our breath, we're putting a lot of pressure on our pelvic floor. So inhaling, I like to inhale at the bottom, exhale to rise and lower. Back to those side lunges. I like to inhale to start, exhale through the movement as well, because sometimes when we go out to the side, our balance is tested. And when we're exhaling, we can engage that core, so that will help our balance. So inhale, exhale for the movement. Inhale, exhale as you move. Exhale as you shoot that butt back in that side lunge. Remember, if you get here and it's hard, do 2 more and be done. Okay? You know your body better than I do. Inhale at the top, exhale through the movement. Engage that core. And not just sucking in your belly. Bring those hip bones together. You're stepping out as far as you're comfortable with. So if that's just a couple, 6 inches, that's okay. If it's farther, great. Just thinking about shooting your butt back. Breathing throughout the movement. Don't hold your breath. Take a breath here. Send that breath down into your core. Now Remember, you're not holding your breath here. If you're finding that the balance is hard, grab a chair, put the chair next to the wall so you can hold onto the wall, and breathe it throughout the movement so that you're engaging that core. Thinking hip bones together to rise and lower. Don't just let yourself flop down. Really control the movement. Ask that butt and hip to work. Just 5 there, because you're going to feel those tomorrow. All right, good. Take a break and glute bridge. If you need to pause, if that was a long enough break, that's fine. Back to that glute bridge. Think about pulling your hips towards your butt without pulling your heels towards your butt without moving your foot, so it engages those hamstrings. This is also so good for your butt, core, and low back. Inhale at the bottom, exhale to lower and rise and lift. Last time with these side lunges, you can do it. Or if you're just over these side lunges and step ups, move on to the core. Oh, that's totally fine too. Inhale at the top, exhale through the movement. So you're keeping that balance. Engaging that core when you're standing up. Pull those hip bones together as you stand up. When you're thinking about pulling your hip bones together for your core engagement, you're really going to get those low abs under that belly button. You'll never hear me say suck in your belly because that only gets the muscles around your belly button. We want to hit those low abs, those deep abs. So I like to say pull your hip, think about bringing your hip bones together closer or lifting your belly button up toward your sternum. Inhale the top, exhale through the movement, push that butt back. Inhale at the top, exhale, push through, push that butt back. You're doing awesome. You're almost finished. Only 5 more step ups. You got this. This is literally what I was telling myself. Control this movement now. Inhale, exhale, lift and lower. Inhale, exhale, lower. It's only 5. You can do anything 5 more times. 1, 2. You got this. 3. 2 more. 4. You can do it. 1 more. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the core. So the first one we're going to do is, I'm going to show you is marching. So if you are early postpartum, if you have diastasis recti, if your core is just not very strong, this is all I want you to do. Lift and lower those legs. Inhale, relax, exhale, engage that core. Bring those hip bones together. If you're feeling like you need a more challenge, lift your right leg and your left leg, and you're exhaling to open and close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. And then do the other side. So, right arm up, left arm open. Or, yeah, opposite. Right and left. Right arm, left leg, sorry. Breathing throughout this. Don't hold your breath here. The bigger you open, the harder it's going to be. The smaller the opening, the easier it's going to be. Next is our shoulder tap. So, like I said at the beginning, you can do this either on a chair like me, you can do it a full push-up position, or you can do it on the wall. Just taking that hand, tapping that shoulder. We're going to do 10 total, so 5 on each side. Breathing short breaths throughout. So we're not holding our breath here. We're going to keep breathing, keep breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You can also do this on your knees as well. It's totally fine. And last one, side plank. So here, there is no shame in keeping that bottom leg bent, so you're more supported. Start here. If it feels like you can do more, then make that bottom leg straight by putting that one in front and the top leg in back. Again, whatever works best for you. If you still need a challenge, stack those legs. But if anything feels weird here, go back to the modification, okay? Totally fine to keep that lower leg bent to support you more. It's totally fine. Keep those ribs, those hips stacked as well. You want to hold this. You don't want your whole body shaking. That's not going to do anything for you. So you want a still body, still hips, okay? Again, the hardest one is having your feet stacked on top of each other, but if you're wobbling, modify. All right, back to that dead bug. So if you're marching, that's totally fine. If you're doing the dead bug, you're going to have your right arm up, left leg up, and you're going to open them and close. Open and close. Open and close. You're doing 10 of 5 on each side, 10 total. It seriously is a brain workout for me. So I like to inhale to open, exhale to use my core to close my arm and my leg. Inhale, open, exhale, use my breath and my core to bring my arm and leg back together. Inhale to open, exhale to close. Use your core to bring that arm and leg back together. Hip bones together, belly button towards your sternum. All right, shoulder taps. So find the position that you liked the best. So that could be, again, the wall, a chair, on the ground. And we're breathing throughout. So tapping those shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, take a breath here. I just wanted to show you on the ground. So wherever you are, just take a breath. We got those side planks and then one more set if you're feeling good. If you're like, I'm done after the side plank, that's totally fine too. Take a breath, get a drink. Remember, don't be afraid to modify. If you're just doing that, if you have that knee on the ground, that's totally fine. Breathing throughout here. Inhaling and exhaling, engaging those core, especially in this side plank. You want to really think about bringing those hip bones together, okay? Inhaling and exhaling, breathing throughout this motion, using those deep core muscles. Even if you have literally no idea what I'm saying right now, just thinking about bringing your hip bones together is going to be really good. All right, switch sides. Sometimes we just have to think about it enough and we'll be able to do it. Eventually, our mind and our body will start working together, but it takes time, especially if this is, as my Aunt Eileen said, if this is your re-entry to fitness, it's going to take time for your brain and your muscles to realize what they're doing again. All right, get a drink. You got one more set if you want to. You're doing great. Get those legs marching or doing your opposition. Using your breath to close your arm and your leg. Using your breath to lift and lower your leg if that's what you're doing. Engage that core. As you exhale, bring everything together. Exhale together. Inhale, relax, exhale together. Inhale to relax, exhale together. All right, do that other side. Inhale, open, exhale together. Inhale, open, exhale together. Inhale, open, engage that core. Keep breathing. You're doing great. And these are that dead bug, that's what I like to call it, is sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Shoulder taps. Get in your favorite plank position and just tap those shoulders. My hips are moving on this, which I could do a better job of keeping still, and I think I realized that partially through. But I need to work on more engaging that low abs when I'm here. That's why I'm doing them up higher. So I need to engage that core a little bit better. So you're trying to not go side to side. This is why I did not do the mounted push-up position, because I'm really just going back and forth, which is okay. That's where I am right now. I am also still working on my bod. Alright, side plank. This is the last one. You can do it. Remember, there's no shame in that modifying. Do what you do. Keep those hips stacked. Keep breathing through here. We don't want wobbles here. So pick the one that you're going to find success in. Keep breathing, breathing. You can do it. You're doing great. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale and exhales. Engage that low core. Hip bones together, lifting that belly button to your chest. All right, other sides. Last one. You're doing awesome. You can do it. All right, lift up. Hold it. Keep breathing. Inhaling, exhaling, hip bones together, belly button up to your sternum. Inhale, relax. Exhale, lift everything. Inhale, exhale. Keep breathing. You're almost there. You're so close. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, everybody. Big round of applause.